was George Frilingos now on screen. He's bowled 233.5 pins on average this week. And George, in fact, lost the first match, so he has the opportunity to re-challenge. Welcome, Brenton Davies, sitting by my side.
Thank you very much, Michael. Good evening to the viewers. George really struggled last week, but he's made a good start today.
So we'll have a look at the first shot there. It's nice and high in the 1-2.
1 pin lead. Going into his second frame.
Yes, and well, if he can put on a strike here, that 1 pin lead turns into 11 pins and looking a bit ominous.
Yes, indeed. But as we said, he struggled last week. He was fishing around for a shot. See what happens here.
And down the outside, and that's about the flushest shot we've seen from George Frilingos in the last week and a bit.
We have a look at that one. That's in the hole. 4 pins, slap the 10 out. George looking a little bit more aggressive this week. He looked a bit tentative last week. The thing that he is hoping is that the ball that he's used here, which is quite an aggressive ball, might have just tracked the condition out a little bit, just generate a little bit of area.
He's went wide with that one, but that one's ended up even flush.
I tell you what, I think that that aggressive ball has opened up a bit of an area. You look at that, that was 2-3 boards outside the target. He's caught every bit of it, and have a look at that roll up.
Look at that check up. Lovely shot, buried.
10 in the pit. Now, George Frilingos up. You've seen Andrew Thorpe's made the double, and that's cut into his lead slightly. See if he can go back and turn this into a 4-bagger.
Yeah, it's what they call a 4-bagger. He's on what we call a turkey now, which is 3 in a row. But definitely looking to turn this into 4 and get some sort of lead on Andrew. It's going to be very hard to catch. Nice shot.
Looking a lot more confident than in his last match.
Absolutely. He's right in the rhythm now. Lined up on both lanes. Taking that straight line down there and buried that flush in the 1-2.
He's just getting through the bottom of the swing a lot more aggressively than he was in his last match.
It's definitely what we're more used to seeing from George Frilingos as we have a look at the top of the 5th. And burying that one flush too. But now we'd like to go down to Tony Drexel for this week's edition of the Bowling News. Dead flush.
Thing of beauty. George Frilingos, much more conventional, traditional type style.
Takes that wide line outside. Let's see the ball move up. Oh, just getting a kick on the 7 pin. Love that carry.
Have a look at this shot. 4 pin, leans up against the 7. Just gives it that little what we call a love tap. And George is now to the halfway point. He has 6 in a row. 12 in a row would be a 300.
Perfect game, folks. It's what we all aim for as a bowler. But we'll see what he can do. Number 7. Buried that one flush too. He's very confident right now. He's got the strut. He's definitely in a walk now.
He has. He's just got such a good look now. Last week was a struggle. He's a quit when he's confident and really strong through the bottom of the swing, which with that type of grip he has to be. It's just a really devastating shot.
Now George is entering the bottom of the 7th frame. And he, of course, has started with the first 6. See if he can turn this one up.
High flush again.
Lovely shot. As you mentioned before, a thing of beauty. George hits the line there, lofts it out onto the lane a little, but gets that roll up just so nice.
The ball is just reading the mid lane. What we call reading the mid lane so nicely now. It's got a nice even transition into the pocket. It's just hitting like a ton of bricks.
Number 8. Oh! It's a tremendous carry there. But as we conclude the 8th there, we're going to see some of George's tips. The 2009 Melbourne Tenpin Cup 2nd place finisher. And now, the 10th frame from George Frilingos. Our highest game in the Tenpin Bowling Show's coverage is so far a 297, thrown by Max Stewart of Victoria.
Who I see in the background in the crowd there.
I think he's kind of wondering whether his score's going to be good enough to hold up here. But let's have a look at George. Here comes number 10.
There it is, flush in the pocket. Look at that. Just nice and calm. Very business-like. Have a look at it. Just turns around, goes back. Focus on the next one.
Yeah, great composure there shown by George. Just to turn around and just put that one in the book. But George has been here about 34 times before.
He has indeed. The match is won. Now the interest is, can George Frilingos throw 2 more strikes for the first ever 300 on the Tenpin Bowling Show?
Folks, you are watching Australia's #1 ranked male bowler. Seeing him go about his business for number 11. Lovely shot.
Flush again.
Fantastic shot.
Absolutely flush again. Cannot throw it any better than that.
I've never bowled 300 with noise, so let me clap this one in. Let's hope I keep it on the lane.
Is he hamming up the crowd?
Well,
Come on, clap it in.
He was serious.
he is now. He's either extremely nervous or extremely confident.
But hold on to your hats, folks. This is number 12 for the perfect game of 300.
There it is!
He loves it. George Frilingos. Not too sure how many he's shot now, but he's shot a perfect game 300 to be the 2009 Melbourne Tenpin Cup champion.